So here's the deal. Check out my Achilles. This is the left one. You see this bump right here? See that? I mean, it's been diagnosed as a bone spur. It's also been diagnosed as a... I've also been told it's not a bone spur. I also have this side, for contrast, is not nearly as much going on down here. But basically what this video is about is basketball shoes and how they affect the Achilles. So like basically me, my big painful, sensitive spot has always been the Achilles, like the back of the low calf, back heel area, and it took me a really long time to figure out that it was actually shoes that were causing me most of the problem. So let's talk about why. So like basically, this is plantar flexion, this is dorsiflexion. Anytime that I'm backpedaling, I'm going to be going through dorsiflexion. Anytime I'm jumping off the foot, I'm going through dorsiflexion. Anytime that I'm, doing a full stride, there's going to be a point where I'm plantar flexed, which means that my toe is flexed all the way down, right? It's important to have full range of motion. So let's move to the ground. Excuse me for a moment while I put on a pair of basketball shoes. I'm not going to lace them, I'm just going to throw them on here and show you guys. These are, well, hell, I don't remember the name of the model, but these are pretty standard. Mediums or highs in the back. This is kind of what you'd expect for a shoe. You could get a lows, which I'm going to talk about, and I think that's smart. But like basically, see this big back heel, right? Now, anytime that I'm going to plantar flex, and right, that's used in a variety of situations, see this pressure coming in from the shoe itself is going to push into the back of my Achilles, my low heel. There's no way around that. That's not even these shoes, it's the design of shoes. I can get lower cut shoes, they're still going to jam in there, and they have to jam in there because we need to be secure in the shoe. The foot cannot be popping out. The heel can't pop out. Heel needs to be locked in, so bam, it's locked in. Now, this wasn't a problem for me for on a daily, but after 6 years of this, the push, that hurts me now. It's an issue. It's an issue playing basketball. And that's one of the reasons that you'll see me in all of my videos training barefoot, and that's one of the reasons I mix my workouts up, going on the beach, going to the soccer field, and so forth. Now, there's not really necessarily a way around this as the way shoes are currently designed. You'll see that on the back, most shoes, and this is about standard. It can get worse than this. It's angled like this, right? It's not straight up and down. I'd like it to be straight up, but see, it's not at all straight up and down. So even when I'm standing, even when I'm not even plantar flexed, even when I'm standing, there's going to be pressure in the back of my Achilles, right? And then this is pretty standard. This is just the way that shoes get locked in. There's not really another model. I mean, this is just the model for all models, so it just kind of sucks. I mean, I need to be really picky about shoes. These ones suck. I really need new ones just because they don't work well for me. But talk about some other shoes, talk about walking shoes before we move on. Show you a similar problem. These are Topos. These are like some new age stuff. Kind of hard, but they're extremely light. Like, I don't know how many ounces, but barely any. Barely any material. And similarly, you see in the back, this thing, and it's stiff. And if I were to put these shoes on, which, why don't I do that to demonstrate? Excuse me. Alright, get this shoe on. Right? Anytime that I dorsiflex, just a little bit of pressure right there. That adds up. That hurts me. Just a little bit, just every time you go through the range of motion. How many times are you going to go through this range of motion? right here. How many times am I going to go through this range of motion in an hour on the basketball court? If I'm playing basketball so many times, every single back pedal, every single jump. Obviously, these aren't basketball shoes, but it's the same issue. Now, let's move on to some Achilles-friendly shoes. These are some beat up, but these are Nike Frees. You may have a pair of these. They're not good for basketball, and the same reason they're not good for basketball makes them great, really Achilles-friendly shoes. Look at this back. It's like the material is not, there's nothing, it's not stiff at all. So one, you're not locked in, and I think these shoes are, maybe it's just this pair. I don't think they're good basketball shoes because I don't feel it all locked in back here. I feel like my heel could pop out. It feels a bit unstable in the back. However, for walking, I mean, there's not really any, there's just zero pressure for me to planar flex. So maybe this is the future of shoes. As for basketball shoes, there's a cost to it because every single pair of shoes, I might get lower ones, but they're basically just going to be just like this. Hopefully that, if I was LeBron James or Kevin Durant, I would have my own shoe designed and I would get something that works to my feet, but nothing on the market is really that good. It's just a tough game, and that makes me not want to play basketball for that long. You know, I'm in my 20s. I don't want to play in my 30s because I have Achilles pain from that now, and if shoe models don't change, I don't have much of a choice, and I want to walk away from the game when I'm young. So that's why you see me doing what I'm doing now, trying to conquer the game in the next couple of years while I still can, whatever that means, and then walk away. So hopefully you guys found that useful. Maybe some of you have the same problem I do and can advise me to some hoop shoes or some walking shoes that work. I like the Frees. I'm definitely going to be looking into low tops as I need to replace these. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Achilles in the shoe game, and hopefully that helps you. But yeah, let me know what you think.